Commissioner, Polish Minister of Education, representatives of the European Commission, representatives of the Ministries of Education from Europe, European eTwinning, eTwinning Plus, and of course all of you, ladies and gentlemen of eTwinning. Welcome. Before we begin the more formal elements, I think we have a little change in our program. And we're putting it on the screen for you now. And unfortunately, our keynote speaker got caught up in flight changes, etc. So she's running a little bit late, and she will be with us later on in the day. But in order to facilitate her speaking to us, we have to change things around a little bit in the program. So you can see the first section there in front of you from 1400 to 1445, that remains unchanged. Our first change comes at 1445, where we have Michael Deutsch from the European Commission, who's going to give us an insight into the new program for Erasmus+. Then we have our coffee break. Then at 1545, we have our eTwinning Express, which is a chance for you to meet each other and talk to each other. And then we will have a break. And we will come back to this room at 1845 for a welcome drink and an aperitif. And then we will have our keynote speaker. And then we will go into dinner and the prize winning ceremony. So that's the change in the program. We will announce it again later in case we have a few late comers. Okay?
After this significant comment, thank you very much. Welcome to the 14th conference of eTwinning. So, but why are we here? We're here to celebrate the European Year of Cultural Heritage. And of course, to foster cultural heritage in schools. And if you allow me, I will just read a quick extract of the Declaration of Namur. Cultural heritage is a unique resource, fragile and non-renewable, crucial to the creation of a more peaceful, just and cohesive society. So let's make citizens responsible, creative and innovative.
So how are we going to do that? Well, for the next few days, we have something like 40 workshops, we have inspirational speakers, we have recognition of the work of teachers with the prize-giving ceremony, and most importantly, we have you, the enthusiasm of the 600 or so people in this room from 44 different countries.
Yes, but who is the room exactly?
Oh, let's see. How many of you here are primary school teachers? Can you stand up? Let's see. Yeah, give a move. Proud.
So after primary comes the secondary teacher. How many secondary teachers do we have in the room? Wow. Okay.
Now, this year, for the first time, we have the arrival of the eTwinning schools. Do we have any eTwinning schools in the audience? Yes.
And we have also key actors in the eTwinning community, so-called ambassadors. Do we have eTwinning ambassadors in the room?
Finally, do we have any students in the room? Any students? Wow. Excellent. Okay, well, let's go to the more formal stuff now. It's my great pleasure to introduce Mr. Tibor Navraskis, the European Commissioner of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, who will now formally open the conference on behalf of the European Commission.
Eatwiners here in the room or following us online. I'm happy to be here with you today to celebrate a success story, a fantastic project that has already had an impact on the life of hundreds of thousands of teachers and pupils, an initiative that brings Europeans closer to each other. I'm very proud to announce that last week we surpassed the mark of 600,000 participants in eTwinning. In the first 10 years, we reached 300,000 users, and over the past 3 years, we doubled that figure. While this confirms eTwinning as the world's largest teachers network, it is only a step in the journey of this initiative. We need to further consolidate and expand eTwinning because this platform has a growing role to play in the European education landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, education is back at the top of the European Union's political agenda. EU leaders gave us a clear signal that they want more ambition, and I'm very proud to work with them to build a true European education area by 2025. What is this European education area about? It's about creating a space where learning abroad becomes the norm, where cross-border cooperation drives excellence and competitiveness. It's about creating a space where our pupils can read and write properly, where they can use strong key competencies to make the most of their talents. In a true European education area, everyone would benefit from quality education already before primary school. Everyone would speak at least 2 foreign languages. Our children would learn to be digitally competent and benefit more from exchanges with peers from third countries. In this European education area, rural areas will no longer be isolated, and young people will get to know our traditions, institutions, history, and geography better. They will be taught about our shared European values, enabling them to help us build cohesive societies for the future. Finally, in the European education area, the teaching profession will be attractive and enjoy the prestige it deserves. We need motivated, respected, well-trained, and autonomous teachers to reach our goals. To make these ambitions reality, we need effective tools. Clearly, eTwinning is one of them. That is why I have been working since the beginning of my mandate to strengthen and develop it. eTwinning is at the core of the recommendations I put forward and promote human values, language learning, and key competencies. Recently, Jordan and Lebanon became part of our community, welcome to you, and Algeria is on the way to joining. Moreover, eTwinning is now officially mentioned in curricula in Poland, and Hungarian teachers can now include their eTwinning activities in their professional development activities, just to name a few examples. We are boosting eTwinning school labor to involve schools, not only teachers, and have set up virtual exchanges to complement physical activities. Finally, I set the very real objective of tripling the number of eTwinners. If you are 600,000 now, why would there not be 1.5 million? 1.5 million of you in 7 years' time. And can we work together to make eTwinning a household name across Europe? It depends on our political will, but even more than that, on the dynamism that you, teachers, the real owners of this platform, will show. On the basis of what I have said so far, I have every reason to believe you will succeed, and we will succeed. Dear eTwinners, as we are celebrating the European Year of Cultural Heritage in 2018, this year's main theme and today's conference are dedicated to our rich and diverse heritage in all its forms. Our heritage is at the heart of our European identity. It surrounds us in our towns and cities, natural landscapes, and archaeological sites. It defines who we are and strengthens our sense of belonging to a common European culture, a community of communities. And our heritage is vital in building the Europe of tomorrow, hence our motto, where the past meets the future. My main objective for the year has been to encourage people, especially children and young people, to explore Europe's cultural heritage, to discover or rediscover our identity in the traditions, memories, and monuments of our past. In our shared cultural heritage, I trust they realize that the various identities, be they local, regional, or national, do complement and enrich each other. And most importantly, that they coexist with a European identity. This is a crucial point at a time where we are facing division between and within communities, as well as between countries. 14 years after the EU's biggest enlargement, it sometimes seems our continent is cut in two halves. This is largely due to the fact that Europeans do not know each other well enough. That is why I recommended to member states to teach more about the EU in schools. And that is why I also ask you, the eTwinning community, to help us bridge the gap. The platform is a unique tool to discover and explore a window to other countries and cultures. I encourage you to use it to help us build a more cohesive Europe. For your next project, maybe choose a European country you know less about. Go beyond your geographical limits. This can have a big impact. After all, nothing can compare with the experience of young people by enabling them to have direct contact and exchanges with their peers from other countries. Our cultural heritage offers wonderful stories to tell, and is a great way of bringing people closer together. I'm grateful to all the teachers and students who are involved in different activities and projects linked to the European cultural heritage, and the eTwinning community in general for contributing to the success of the EU. Ladies and gentlemen, dear teachers, there are many factors that have made eTwinning a success. The main reason is the motivation and dynamism of the 600,000 teachers that have taken ownership of this project and have turned it into hundreds of thousands of wonderful stories of learning and discovery. eTwinning is testament to your creativity and your commitment for the well-being of our society. And we are all very grateful for that. Finally, let me also thank my services, Director General Education, Youth, Sport and Culture, the Executive Agency, as well as Schoolnet for their remarkable job behind us.
Very much, Mr. Commissioner, and I can ensure that the eTwinning community was really interested and vivid towards the cultural heritage topic of the year, and I'm sure that they are also super happy to hear that it will be strengthened in the future. So now it's my great pleasure to invite Anna Zalewska, the Polish Minister of Education. Thank you very much.
Panie Komisarzu, drodzy dyrektorzy, a przede wszystkim liderzy europejskiej edukacji. Dziękuję za przyjemność spotkania się z Państwem, za możliwość wyrażenia równego jak Wasz entuzjazmu. Gratulacje, podziękowań za to, że w projektach Komisji Europejskiej uczestniczycie. W Polsce podstawy programowe w reformowanej edukacji
odpowiadają głównym celom dzisiejszego spotkania, założeniom Państwa spotkania. Mówimy jednoznacznie, że budujemy edukację przyszłości zanurzoną w przeszłości. Stąd tak ważne akcentowanie historii świata, historii Europy, historii własnej ojczyzny. Jesteśmy przekonani, że to daje siłę każdemu uczniowi, każdemu nauczycielowi. Dzisiaj z panem komisarzem mamy za sobą już spotkania w polskim liceum, gdzie dzięki panu komisarzowi rozpoczynamy nowy projekt, proponujemy nowe narzędzie, które nazywa się SENS. To narzędzie, które ma służyć szkole, nauczycielom i uczniom do projektowania strategii w zarządzaniu informacją, sięganiu do zasobów. Myślę, że razem z panem komisarzem z satysfakcją obserwowaliśmy uczniów i nauczycieli, którzy pokazywali nam, jak funkcjonują w świecie zasobów. To rzeczywiście się dzieje i to rzeczywiście jest przyszłość. Podjęliśmy decyzję rok temu, 2 lata temu, że również musimy wyposażyć wszystkie szkoły w szerokopasmowy internet powyżej 100 metrów. Jest taki projekt, nazywa się Ogólnopolska Sieć Edukacyjna. Do 2021 roku wszystkie szkoły w Polsce będą w szerokopasmowy internet wyposażone. Zauważył to ONZ, dlatego w marcu otrzymaliśmy pierwszą nagrodę w międzynarodowym konkursie jednej z agencji ONZ. Pan komisarz wspomniał tutaj o małych szkołach. Tak, to cel również polskiej edukacji, polskiego rządu, polskiego Ministerstwa Edukacji. Każde dziecko ma mieć szansę i dostęp do cyfrowego świata. My mamy w systemie edukacji aż 1/3 takich szkół. Wzmacniamy je właśnie myśląc o dostarczeniu nowoczesnych technologii. Jednocześnie, proszę Państwa, wzbogacamy ofertę małych szkół poprzez projekt, na razie pilotażowy, ale widzimy, że działa świetnie, który nazywa się LOWE. To lokalne ośrodki wiedzy i edukacji. Tam, proszę Państwa, z naszych badań jednoznacznie wynikało, uczą się dorośli. Dziadek przychodzi z wnukiem, by wesprzeć go i nauczyć razem ze specjalnymi ekspertami posługiwania się narzędziami informatycznymi. Dobrze wiemy, że za rok, 2, za 3 właściwie starszy człowiek nie będzie mógł się inaczej na przykład zarejestrować do przychodni, do lekarza jak online. Szkoła, mała szkoła jest idealnym miejscem do tego, żeby społeczność i wspólnota skupiała się wokół cyfrowych umiejętności. Jednocześnie mamy drugi cywilizacyjny projekt, który mówi o tym, że każda klasa w polskiej szkole będzie wyposażona w multimedialny sprzęt, a każda szkoła będzie posiadała gabinety przyrodnicze. To ważne, to są duże rządowe środki, które trafiają do szkół. I oczywiście, proszę Państwa, rozmawialiśmy już o tym z komisarzem, nie odbyłoby się nic nawet, gdyby tak doskonały sprzęt w szkołach był, gdyby nie kompetencje nauczycieli. Dlatego, kiedy realizujemy projekty, myślimy o nauczycielach. Przeznaczamy kolejne środki, kolejne pieniądze na ich doskonalenie. Chcemy, aby przy pomocy multimedialnego sprzętu, tych e-zasobów, które już mamy, a mamy kilkadziesiąt tysięcy, nauczyciele mogli realizować podstawy programowe. Jednocześnie wiemy, jak doskonale o doskonalenie zawodowe nauczycieli wpisuje się eTwinning. Chcemy z dumą podkreślać, że w Polsce 55 000 nauczycieli jest w eTwinningu, z 16 000 szkół. To drugi wynik w Europie. Jednocześnie uczestniczymy w 25 000 projektów. To pierwszy wynik. w Europie. Jednocześnie jesteśmy jedynym państwem w Europie, który eTwinning ma w podstawie programowej. Szczególnie jeżeli chodzi o edukację językową. Wprost jest to w podstawach programowych zapisane. Jednocześnie nauczyciele realizujący awans zawodowy albo nauczyciele oceniani eTwinning również mają wpisane jako jeden z elementów i kryteriów tej oceny, czy również awansu zawodowego. Wpisujemy te wszystkie treści właśnie w narzędzia proponowane przez Komisję Europejską. Dlatego jeszcze raz Wam gratuluję, jeszcze raz wyrażam wdzięczność, że jesteście liderami z takimi jak Wy. Cele, o których mówił Pan komisarz, są łatwe do zrealizowania. Bardzo dziękuję.
Thank you, Mrs. Zaleska, and welcome to the country, but also very encouraging for us to hear that eTwinning has such a central place in the official curriculum of Polish education. And that's a real boost for us. And we hope that it will continue to be the same in other countries. But eTwinning is successful for many, many reasons. It's easy to become involved in, you all know that. And we have enthusiastic and committed teachers like me here. And we have also a real sense of community, because above all, eTwinning is this community that our Commissioner has already talked about. But behind that, of course, there's a group of dedicated people in every country who support you and guide you on your eTwinning journey. I'm talking, of course, about the eTwinning National Support Services and the partner support agencies who both guide eTwinning and eTwinning Plus in a most professional way. Now, they wish to greet you, and this year we challenged them a bit to greet you in a slightly different way. And we're going to watch now to see how they did it. And maybe when you see your country, you should give a little wave or a shout or a tap them. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the greetings of the National Support Services and the Department of Education.
as you can see, and thank you for being such a good sport. And we have other great things that for the first time, the friends of eTwinning, because over 30 years we had the chance to get new friends, and they wanted also to give their greeting today. So let's discover who they are.
Trends, aren't we? Such important organizations supporting eTwinning. But now, just maybe to remind you that this, we had this change in our program. For those of you who may have joined us late and are wondering, why we're doing things the way we're doing them, just to let you know that our keynote speaker got delayed in her flight, so she will join us a little bit later. And we're anticipating the program a little bit this afternoon. So to remind you, if you joined us late, to come back here at 18:45 this evening for the keynote address, the dinner, and the prize ceremony. Okay? So now it is my great pleasure to introduce Michael Teutsch, head of unit of the school, the head of unit of schools, educators, multilingualism in the DG, Education and Culture of the European Commission. And Michael is going to guide us a little bit, help us discover what's in the new program for last night. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you very much for being here and for showing us how much we do get for speaking national level. Here to get eTwinning, it's wonderful to be here to see you all. Thanks to all of you who have helped to produce the greetings to the colleagues of the National Support Services. And I say, for me, it was the first time last year I attended the conference, and I think I've never seen so many enthusiastic people on the spot like this conference last year. And I think we're going to be pretty sure that we're going to be the same over the next 2 days. I'm really looking forward to that. So I just want to give you a bit of background of a bit of the machine room, the committee chart of what we're doing, and in order to promote our work here, really how this situates in the overall activities we do. As you heard from the Commissioner, our ambitions are big. I mean, he said that we want to have a better understanding of Europe. We want to have high-quality education everywhere. We want to remove obstacles. We want to make it possible for people to move around Europe. And then, not just for a happy few, we want this to be able to be able to read everyone. Big like what Mr. Vanessa what he was like in order to say it's not just for happy schools and sports schools, it should be a standard service that offered to all schools across Europe. And that's not something that is sort of given, which is something we really have to work hard for. I'd like to speak a bit about the overall Erasmus program. For those of you who know the program, you may know that this program is not there forever. It's a program that every 7 years ministers have to sit together and to decide whether you want to continue it and how you want to continue it. And of course, not just in terms of vacations, because they have needs of events, it's also something that actually kind of makes us. And there's a government work about saving all sea property views and budget negotiations are not always in review, and that's what we're currently in. So it is very important that they also show how good it is that we do it, how good Erasmus is, how good eTwinning is. And if you look at Erasmus, for example, something that really I find great. I don't know, maybe more of you know the Eurobarometer, opinion polls that are done regularly across the European Union. And I mean, if you ask European citizens what they find positive about the European Union, Erasmus comes up as the first three topics. I mean, it is really, the citizens say it's true that we have the EU because it's about peace in Europe, about mutual understanding. It's true because it helps us to move around freely. But then at first, together with the euro, we have Erasmus, we have a student exchange program. So which is something which shows that this is a tool that is really highly appreciated by citizens, and it is something where eTwinning is part of it and makes a great contribution. And this is something which I think is good to really elaborate and to build on. The other thing which is, I think, important for a bit basic, nevertheless, Erasmus, as you know, started with high education exchange program. But nowadays, Erasmus is as much about vocational training, about schools, about learning, as it is about higher education. We have nowadays a program which is really like another program. Nowadays, we have a strong part within higher education, of course. We have a very strong pillar in vocational education. Schools are there, but they are still a bit smaller, I would say. And one of the ambitions that the Commission has put on the table, which with its new proposal for Erasmus for the next 7 years, is exactly to change that. So to make sure that schools over the next year, and as part of schools, eTwinning become the fully fledged pillar of Erasmus, and it is something which is sort of as normal for schools to cooperate internationally in a few years as it is for higher education students and higher education institutions nowadays. It's actually quite good. It's something that is not something we invent only so in our offices in Brussels or events like this here or so the conference is something that they also get. You ask users what they think about it. You may know this guy, I mean, he's touring around the world now for 50 years, many people he has difficulties with getting satisfaction. He's never Erasmus. Because in the innovation we did, we asked people, so they think of Erasmus, and we know that 95% of our participants are either satisfied or very satisfied. And I think that's something that is good, it's very encouraging for us also to go ahead with our work. And we do a lot actually also already for schools. I mean, I put up here different opportunities that we have today. Under Erasmus, we have the possibility for pupil exchanges. We have the possibilities for professional development of teachers, for mobility of teachers, for training of teachers. We have the online communities. That's where eTwinning is, where school education is, and we have cooperation projects. There's a lot of them going on. And here, a bit also speakers, you know, and the assessed school education is tiny, but we have a very good one to start. I mean, this year, just to maybe count a bit of counting, we had 33,000 teachers in Europe in 2018 were able to experience mobilities, 7,000 schools involved. We have lots of partnership projects where 2,000 projects where 150,000 pupils could exchange between schools, and 11,000 teachers and staff are already involved and participate in this cooperation around Europe. So we have a good basis to start with, and the other very basis is eTwinning, where we have the figures that we have here, 600,000 since 2005 we have participated, almost 200,000 schools, 79,000 project. Big potential for expansion. And this is something that helped us in the Commission from the Education Department in order to also go with the rest of the Commission, because the Commission is also it's also there's a group, there's a Commission who's in charge of the budget to tell them this is something that we really have to discuss and we have to do more. And this is something we can now ask now for the next period, for 2020, to come forward with a quite ambitious proposal. Because even if we're very much convinced that the Erasmus program is one of the best things that the European Union is offering, the Commission came up with a proposal where they say we want to get even more ambitious programs in the future. We want more people to benefit from the program, and in particular we want also all types of people, wherever they live, whatever the region is, whatever the education of their parents is, whether they are rich or poor, to have access to this Erasmus program. We have to do a bit of homework for them ourselves. We have to look at the program and actually make it fit for these requirements. We have to make it a bit simpler. And I think this is a real critical message that we want to achieve that, to have more and have it more inclusive. And we want the program in order to help for people experiencing Europe. We all know that there's lots of discussion, there's lots of criticism about what this Europe should be and how it should go forward in the future. And the Commission also said we should know it as a Europe. This is why I think this Erasmus can be a real contribution to foster knowledge, awareness of the EU and how to better know ourselves in this continent that we share, and to have this as a basis for creating a European education area. Again, it's important that the topics of what we're doing has a political connotation to it. It is something, the creation of the European education area comes out of a discussion between heads of state and government, prime ministers, chancellors, presidents have discussed together what they want to do, and they discussed about education. This doesn't happen. Modern education is full national competence. You just support the nevertheless, I find it important enough to discuss for a while what can be done in order to get quality education and in order to promote citizenship. And that's what eTwinning is about. To put it a bit in particular what we have in mind for the future program, I mentioned budget, this is something that is actually not we came up with a proposal that is currently being discussed of doubling the budget. At the moment we have for 4.7 periods the budget of 14.7 billion euro for the period 2014-20. The Commission proposals is that for the current next period, for 2021 to 2027, should rise to 30 billion euro. For the overall budget, that's still not such a big issue. It's a lot of money, but it's not such a big issue. But it's a very, very strong signal. If you look at the general political discussion, and what are we looking at the moment? We all know that the UK is unfortunately leaving the European Union next year, which means that the budget will be smaller for that. There's lots of other pressure also. There's pressure on foreign policy, there's pressure for defense research, there's pressure on migration issues. So to say that the Commission side, the College of Commission, including the President of the Commission, have said we want to double for education is a strong political signal for cooperation in Europe and for the future. And just show you this to say what's the role of school education in this future budget. You don't have to look at this, just look at the green bar. This is sort of the distribution of the sectors. And the green slice of the cake, if you want, is school education, which I just would like to say, in the future, we really want to show that school education also is an important part of this future Erasmus program. So in order to do something positive with this budget, what I mentioned, I just put here as sort of a reminder what should be done in the future, the main issues. I mentioned already the main access to the program. We have to widen the access more, but also to more diverse public. to a small organization to make it possible to access it whenever they are. We really want to also to make pupil mobility a real pillar of the program. Because at the moment, Erasmus is such a way with small partnerships that can enable that field of mobility in ways not that so weird. Big message for the future program that comes from the Commission is to say, as much as we can have student mobility in the program, or the mobility of apprentices, or of teachers, we want in the future also to have several hundreds of thousands of pupil mobilities in this program. That can be class exchanges or individual pupils to move around. And in order to do it, we have to think how to do it. And I think there eTwinning has an important role to play, because we can actually link eTwinning what we do more about the future. I mean, the ideas of eTwinning are really that we have a fantastic network here, but if you look at the overall number of schools that we have in Europe, we can really do still more. In a number of countries, we have really great progress. In others, it's still rather wonderful projects, but much too small. So I really, in order to find out here, coordinate the speak to other schools and make sure it is a big thing in all countries and for all schools. It should be a standard that is offered. And also think, once you work very well in eTwinning, how you can build on that. We actually have 2 workshops here in the conference where colleagues are presenting how they started in eTwinning and then work on projects which also have pupil mobility afterwards. And we have this flexibility already now. Those of you who are applying for school exchange projects, they will get extra points in the application if you've done an eTwinning project successfully. So really think about it, look at eTwinning, and use the spaces for your mobility. You will have a wonderful starting point for that. And we're doing it not just because we're fancy, but because we have an idea of it. We really convinced, and the politicians who are guiding us are convinced that eTwinning helps us to really make quality education work. It makes cooperation possible. It helps acquiring or should be acquired key competencies, and it should allow teachers to be modern teachers, to be the teachers are expected to be, to be able to be the one who starts in the classroom and actually cooperate and children to work together. eTwinning is a wonderful thing to do that. To finish, this is all basically our offer student education under Erasmus. We have the possibilities for staff mobility of teachers from pre-primary to primary, secondary general education. We have pupil mobility proposed. We have the possibility to work in partnerships, which can be very small partnerships that are also quite ambitious ones. We have online platforms, eTwinning in the school education gateway. And we have some policy support measures, which can be sort of projects even with industries, but actually also activities under specific action that we call the one, which is about promoting teaching, about learning, about activity. Just finally, to finish, I mean, in a way, that's the Europe we want. It's shiny, it's lively, it's vibrant. There's lots of sports, still all over Europe, but all these small sports, they communicate with each other, they are in touch with each other, and together they give a wonderful picture. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Michael. And very happy to see that eTwinning is a fully fledged pillar for the next program. And on this positive note, I'm happy to announce that now we have a coffee break, which will be 30 minutes. So please, will you come back at 3:30 here in this room. Also, a little reminder, you don't need the headphones anymore. So please bring it back where you picked it. Thank you very much. See you in half an hour. 3:30.
Sorry. I hope you enjoyed your coffee break and you had a chance to meet some people. But now, I'm going to do something that's fun. I'm going to explain it to you. The eTwinning Express has its very own station master, my colleague Ruta, who's right here beside me. And she's going to lead this activity and get it highly on okay? So, just wait till everybody comes in, and I'll hand it to you guys. Don't forget to come back to us at 16:45 this evening for our keynote speakers, your aperitifs, and your dinner. Okay? Okay, let's go for the eTwinning Express. Good luck.
Welcome everyone. I'm just waiting on a few participants to join and take their seats. While we are waiting for the rest to come in, I kindly ask my station masters, are you ready? Yes? Okay, great. Here I answer the calls for my station masters. They are all national support services and parts of the agency. It's a 42-people team, huge team that works to prepare the activity for you all. So, what is eTwinning Express? And why am I wearing this hat? Because I'll be your station master today. And eTwinning Express is supposed to be a journey on European cultural heritage. So we prepared for you a journey on European cultural heritage, because this is the topic of our conference, right? So, are you willing to join us? Not very motivated. Are you willing to join us? Yes. Yes. So, how will we do this journey? We won't do it by country, because it's European cultural heritage. So we will do it by periods in time. So we have prepared some period activities related to periods in time that can tell our European history. Okay? They are not by chronological order, so history teachers don't kill me, okay? Is that okay? But the main point is that we get to know each other, get to know some of European history, and mingle. So, the journey. Have you seen this little map in your bags? Do you have it? Can you take it out? Yeah? You have it? Good. So, we have exactly 21 different maps, which means we have 21 different groups. Clear? I see some people looking for the maps. Yes, please take them out. Yes, great. So first, I can give you an example. I have here, my map is from group number 6. This means I am from group number 6, and I will start my journey where? In station number. So, okay, let's have another example to see if you got it. I think it's not that hard. I have here the map for group number 10. So this means I belong to the group number 10, and I will start in which station? Number 10, exactly. So you all know where you should start, right? Exactly? Please don't swap maps just to be with your friends. The point is to know other people, okay? Is that possible? Okay. We'll get there in a minute. So, sorry, I had to show you this was exactly what I was just trying to explain. That you should start
in the station with your group number. Can you see all the numbers around? I think it's quite visible, no? Here we start with number 1 and we go clockwise and there's the 21. Okay? So 1 and we go around the room and we finish on 21. Well, you don't have to go through all the stations, you only have 7 stations to go through. Okay? Good? What do we foresee for you in this journey? Well, a lot of fun. I'm not going to explain the activities. You have different activities in every station. And in every station, and this is very important information, in every station, you will get a piece of a puzzle, like this picture here in my slide. You will get a piece per group, okay? In the end, you have to assemble. So you get a piece if you finish the activity. So you have to finish the activity in 5 minutes, and then you get a piece per group. Once you finish your journey, you will come to me to get the final piece here on stage. Okay? All clear? Yep. Yes? Yep. Good. And everyone? No, not yet. This was just to give you an example. So, this will be the sound you will hear after 5 minutes. Once you hear the sound, let me try to put it back again. Okay? Once you hear this sound, it means you need to move to the next station. Okay? So you don't need to be looking at the slides because we will have a talk. You just need to hear the sound and move all together as a group. Okay? Are you ready? Yes? So I will give you 2 minutes to stand up and go to your first station. Would you like to take this puzzle home? Good. So I have good news for you. We will have available all the pieces for everyone on Saturday morning. Okay? You can find that at the registration desk on Saturday morning. So if you want product, you can just a token, a gadget, totally free. You can collect all the pieces on Saturday morning. Okay? That's the first information I have for you. The second information I have for you is that we meet again. Do you remember what time? 6:45 for a welcome drink. Okay? And the last but not least, the translation headsets. If you haven't returned them, you can give them back now. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this journey. Thank you very much for your commitment and for your good support, and I'll see you around. You have to leave the room in 15 minutes. I will do it. Okay? I can smell the perfume. I can see high heels. I can see smiling faces in front of the table. So now it's my great pleasure, because we've been quite scared not having her among us, but she made it. So it's my great pleasure to welcome Sneska Kaspelik. So she's the Secretary General of European Nostra. European Nostra, known and recognized as the most representative heritage organization in Europe. So my great pleasure to invite you on stage, Sneska. It's really an immense pleasure finally in Warsaw. I was supposed to arrive earlier and to address you all during the opening session. And now I must say I have a daunting task to speak to you while you are all thinking of your drinks and your dinner and the celebration of your books and their scenes. She has now delivered to you a keynote speech for your extremely important conference. So really it is with a great honor and a great gratitude to my colleagues from the European Commission that I stand here in front of you. A group of 600, I understand, 650 teachers from all over Europe and beyond, more than 40 countries. What a power you are. And I think that's probably the best audience that I have ever had to speak. Indeed, I want to congratulate what you have achieved with this extraordinary eTwinning program. I understand that in 30 years you have created a network of 600,000 teachers working in 190,000 schools in Europe. Indeed, what a formidable force for Europe and its future you are. Let me tell you that 45 years ago, I was fortunate that my elementary school in Belgrade, the city where I was born and I grew up, engaged in a training exercise. It was not an easy exercise. It was a real training exercise with a school in Carleon near Bordeaux in France. And I can tell you that as a 10-year-old who spent a month in France, in the family of my correspondent, Sylvie, in La Réole. This was a decisive experience in my youth and made me such a passionate European and has, I think, marked my professional and personal life. So I imagine now what you are doing and this eTwinning, the new world, the 21st century, how many young people are in fact benefiting from your work and how much in fact you are actors of change. And as I said, I'm sure that you're all excited to listen to the who has won, which awards have gone into the finals and got these awards. But I hope you can spare some attention for some messages that I would like to share with you. And I would like to share them with you on the basis of the experience that my organization, Europa Nostra, has accumulated over more than 50 years of its work for promoting cultural heritage in Europe and on the basis of my personal experience. First of all, just a few words, because I'm sure not many of you have heard about Europa Nostra. You don't know really what it is. And I know that many people are joking, Europa Nostra, Cosa Nostra, that must be something very secretive, but it is a most wonderful pan-European network of civil society organizations dedicated to the promotion of cultural and natural heritage in Europe. When I say pan-European, that means it's not only European Union, created in '63, which means really at the very beginning of the creation of the European Economic Community at that time, but we cover the entire Europe of the Council of Europe. So it includes, I suppose, all your countries are covered by the work of Europa Nostra. And so we are based in The Hague, in the Netherlands. We have an office in Brussels, and we have, as you can see, a wonderful president. We have Maestro Placido, I think you have heard about him, if you have not heard about Europa Nostra, but we are the voice of cultural heritage in Europe, and Placido is our voice, and we are very, very proud to have him as our leader. So why I was not here in the morning? Because I was in Nicosia, in Cyprus, the last divided capital city in Europe. And I was there because one of the important activities of Europa Nostra is also to campaign to save endangered heritage in Europe.
And we have organized an important conference in endangered heritage in Europe, together, in fact, with the former European Commissioner for Education and Culture. I think you know very well, Mrs. Andrula Vasiliou, who has been very much supporting your work and has asked me, in fact, to convey also to you her very, very best regards, because she's delighted to see how this network is further developing under the leadership of Commissioner Navracsics. So we have been in Nicosia, as you can see, I've just chosen these two pictures from the buffer zone of Nicosia, of the walled city historical heart, now a scar in this beautiful, beautiful historic city, where we have been walking, escorted by United Nations troops, and it is really a heartbreaking experience. And I just want to tell you, while we're celebrating, while we're saying how wonderful heritage is, we have to have in mind how much heritage is endangered in all sorts of ways in times of peace, and unfortunately also in times of conflicts. And this is the picture that I have taken when I was walking in the buffer zone, and these two buildings have been elementary schools. One was the boys' school, and the other one was a girls' school. And that's how they look still now, 40 years later. But it's to see, in fact, how important schools are, how important heritage is, but at the same time, how fragile resources, and we need really to join forces to promote the importance of these values. Of course, yesterday was also in Nicosia, not only Nicosia, in the whole world, was the United Nations Day. So that was also the day that in that city we have launched messages for peace, and especially we were speaking about the importance of youth for peace, and that was a very, very moving moment. But we are here in a mood of celebration, because we have a historic European Year of Cultural Heritage, and that's why I'm grateful for the European Commission and their colleagues who work there in dealing with the educational activities and eTwinning, that they have decided that the theme of your conference this year will be dedicated to the cultural heritage, and this is particularly in that context that I would like to address you. So, I have a feeling that today, with all the speeches that you have heard, everything was said, and very well said. I have read the speech that Commissioner Navracsics has delivered. I have also seen this wonderful e-book that you have all received, that the Commission has prepared for this conference, and I was wondering, what can I do? What can I say better than it was said in these speeches and these publications? But that's why I want to concentrate, in fact, by lifting up the whole placing, in a sense, this whole European Year of Cultural Heritage, and the whole discussion about why is it important. Why is it important? Because we need the love and care for heritage to the young generation, and why your role is so important in the field, to place it in the wider political context of Europe of today. You all know that Europe today is facing a lot of challenges. And we have never thought that we would say that even the basic values, cultural values, democratic values on which the whole European project is based will be threatened by all sorts of forces, divisive forces, and I say that with a lot of emotion because I come from a country which does not exist anymore. I come from former Yugoslavia, so I have sort of learned a bit of lesson on what does it mean once you start talking about what divides you and stop talking about what connects you and what we have in common. And that's why this European Year of Cultural Heritage, in this particular moment of challenging moment of the European project, is so important, because it is all about our shared heritage, our shared values, something which unites us in all these diversities, but something that over the centuries we have built together and we are sharing together. And And that's why Warsaw and many other organizations dealing with cultural heritage in Europe, we got together to sort of launch an appeal for the necessity to change, if I can say, to change the tone, to change the narrative, how we speak about Europe. And that Europe is so much more than economy, than trade, than finances, than security. That is first and foremost a cultural project. There is a soul and a heart, there is a shared history, there is a shared value. And this is why we have organized the main event this year in Berlin. That was in June, the whole week, between 18 and 24 June, a European Cultural Heritage Summit. It was something that we were ambitious enough to call it a summit. And for us, the summit was not just a summit of politicians. It was the summit of all different citizens, organizations, and politicians as well, to come together in Berlin and to focus past this important message. As you can see, we have been debating. We also have an important group of young people. So in total, 1,500 participants from all over Europe, including 250 young people, different ages, and they came from 56 countries in Europe and beyond. We organized 67 events, and that was, of course, a partnership. You never do such a thing if you don't have a lot of partners. And it was a partnership with our German national coordinators of the European Year, the Foundation for Cultural Heritage, Russian Cultural Heritage Foundation, and many other European networks. And what have we done then? We wanted to have something that is going to be sort of a message passed from that event, and that was our very call to action: cultural heritage counts for Europe. You see here, Placido Domingo was among the first person to sign this call to action together with the presidents of these two other co-hosting organizations. And since then, we have almost 2,000 people and organizations who have signed the call to action. Because we felt that this year is indeed also the year of mobilization. It is something that we all can say we have Europe in our hands, and each of us in our different spheres of activities, we are contributing to sort of moving this European project further. And precisely in that Berlin call, we have in fact said, well, I mentioned to you that we thought we need to change the narrative of Europe and put culture and cultural heritage more in the center of that narrative. And then we listed 7 points why we thought indeed that cultural heritage is so important for the future of Europe. One, because our cultural heritage reflects, as I already said, our shared values, cultures, and memories, and helps us to resist dangerous divisive forces. 2, it captures the multiple layers of our identity: local, regional, national, and European. It feeds both our sense of belonging to a local community and a sense of togetherness and solidarity in Europe. 4, our cultural heritage connects all European over many centuries of shared history. 5, it forms a bridge between our past and our future and leads to active and responsible citizenship. It helps us to heal the wounds of the past and inspires ongoing creativity and innovation. 6, it is a key for sustainable development, job creation, and enhanced social cohesion. And last but not least, cultural heritage brings harmony and beauty to our living environment, improving our well-being and quality of life. We tried like that to condense in these 7 points why it is so important for Europe. And then On the basis of these principles, we translated that in 7 action points and a call to action, but the essence of that call to action is to advocate the need that Europe develops a very ambitious action plan for cultural heritage. We are delighted that Commissioner Navracsics is very much supportive of that initiative, and so we are sort of very much hoping that at the end of this year, the concluding conference in Vienna, he will indeed present such an action plan. But I want to share with you, in particular, the action number 6. And from here, I don't see them, but I'm not seeing here in front of me. Now, and that's the one which is particularly relevant to you, because it is about promoting better knowledge and deeper understanding. It says that cultural heritage must be given a bigger importance in education activities, both formal and informal for all ages. This will stimulate stronger public engagement for the safeguard and transmission of our cultural heritage. And special attention must be given to history education and heritage interpretation placed in the broader context of Europe's past, present, and future. And this will equip your citizens, and especially our children and the youth, with the necessary tools for gaining a deeper understanding of the ongoing encounters and exchanges within Europe, as well as between Europe and other cultures of the world. I'm sure that all that is nothing new to you. I'm sure that what you are doing in your daily life as teachers in primary and secondary school, you are precisely doing that, and I don't need to convince you that this is important. But I think it's important for you to know that this constituency that we are now enlarging is becoming bigger and bigger, and that you are very much at the heart of that mobilization. What was also, that was a breaking news, that was a tweet that we have sent today. We now have 1,800 people who signed that call to action. I just want to tell you that if anybody is interested, I have some copies, but of course it exists also online, because you are eTwinning, so you are used to online tools. It exists now in 17 languages, so please use it, read it. And some of you are also feeling that you want to put your signature, you want to express your support for that mobilization as individuals, as engaged Europeans, or as representatives of your institution. Please do that. What was also very good for us, that when we both were convinced that it is important, that it was extremely important that the Eurobarometer, which was commissioned by the European Commission in 2017, just before the European year, has brought some very important evidence, in fact, that indeed people, Europeans, care for cultural heritage. And there are many important responses that we have got, and we got to prove that it matters to people and to citizens. But I just picked up that one, that 88% agree that Europe's cultural heritage should be taught in schools. So there is a sort of wide constituency of people in the public opinion which very much is in favor of what we are, in fact, what we're talking during this conference. I've seen in the program that you will have a fascinating series of workshops tomorrow and after tomorrow. So I've seen that there is already a great richness of projects and initiatives that you have been developing with regard to cultural heritage, and I look forward to hearing more about that. But I wanted to share with you a few more information and sort of about initiatives and programs at European level that perhaps could inspire you in case you have not yet been sort of in interaction with these programs. First of all, I want to mention the European Heritage Label. How many of you have heard about European Heritage Label? But next time I ask you, I hope that everybody will say yes, we have heard about it, because it is a fantastic initiative, 10-year-old initiative of the European Union. And in fact, the whole idea select a number of heritage sites that are important for our shared history and our shared European project. So it is an initiative which is indeed not sufficiently known, and I invite you to sort of examine the website to see whether there are European heritage label sites close to your places, to your schools, that you can take your students to visit your site, or if it's not close to your school, in any case, include in one or the other way in the curriculum in your teaching activities. Another activity, but I think this one you know, European Heritage Days. I'm sure that everybody has heard about European Heritage Days, and I wonder how many of you have with your schools participated in some European Heritage Days activities in your countries. Okay, now that is, I would say, another invitation to explore, because it is an extraordinary initiative taking place every year in all countries of the Council of Europe. It is in September and October. So definitely they are very, very keen in developing links with schools, with young people, involving them. So I definitely recommend. I open PowerPoint, I put all the links as well, because you are going to share this PowerPoint with the participants so that they can improve these sources. And then the question of interpreting Europe's cultural heritage, because it is extremely important, the interpretation. Because you can interpret cultural heritage in a purely national way, or you can interpret cultural heritage in its multifaceted layers from local, regional, national, and European. And we in Europe also deeply with the number of colleagues that every heritage site tells us a European story, in addition to telling a local or regional or national story. And this is a challenge for all of us, because far too much we are putting emphasis on local national, and that European is disappearing very often from our obsession. And that's why this is again a document that I recommend you, but I think it's also referred in this e-book, important document that our colleagues who interpret Europe have made, and that gives you some tools and methodology how to approach the question of individual cultural heritage. And now I'm just going to take you for a short tour de l'Europe through some years of our own awards. So you will be celebrating tonight the winners of your eTwinning European Awards. Europe also is proud to run together with the European Union, the European Union Prize for Cultural Heritage and Open Oscar Awards. It is really considered as the most prestigious European Award for Excellence in Europe. And on our website, of course, you can get more information on these awards. They exist already for many, many years. We have several categories, but then we have one category which is particularly relevant to you. And it is the category education, training, and awareness raising. And just a few slides to show you some examples of the exemplary projects, the programs from the field of education and cultural heritage that have received the award in the past. First of all, again, back to Cyprus, to Nicosia, the Center for Visual Arts and Research in Nicosia, located virtually on the green line. You can touch the buffer zone where you are in the formidable center where so much of the educational activities, bi-communal activities, Greek students and Turkish students taking place, using the shared cultural heritage as something which rebuilds bridges between the communities in Cyprus. An extraordinary project that I definitely recommend you to examine. From Nicosia, Cyprus, we go to Finland, because there is another project that got this year that not in this category, Cultural League, the educational program for Finland, and it was funded by the Finnish Ministry of Education and Culture, and in fact, it has the aim to inspire education ministries and their representatives across Europe. And the aim of the project was to increase the number of cultural education plans that are adopted at the level of towns, municipalities. So they developed a very good methodology, and since this program has been introduced, many more municipalities have developed programs for cultural and cultural heritage education. The methodology is available in English language, so it can be studied and it can serve as an inspiration for other countries in Europe. That's a totally different project from the Netherlands. Geocraft. Minecraft Heritage Project of Geofor in the Netherlands, a small NGO that has developed a formidable project allowing children to build and recreate castles, build churches, and build their own houses in the Netherlands in the virtual 3D world. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Minecraft. I'm sure that your students are. I don't know how to use it, but this is certainly something that if you speak to your students, they will be very enthusiastic to learn that somebody in the Netherlands has developed a very good project which even got the European Master Award. Again, this is something that you can sort of visit the website and you can get inspiration. From there we go to here, to Warsaw. To the 14th Museum of State Closed Jews, extraordinary museum, and has got many awards, architectural awards, museum awards, and finally also from us has received an award for the extraordinary educational program that we developed. And museums in general are developing, increasingly very imaginative educational programs. And I'm sure that some of you are already having some cooperation with the museums and heritage sites in your towns and your regions. But something definitely that I would like to encourage you, because so many skills can be learned from sort of interaction with cultural heritage and with history. Then we go to UK, to Bristol, the heritage schools in Bristol. That is an extraordinary initiative from the UK. It brings heritage into the classroom, reaching 120,000 students in 250 schools across England. So yet another, of course it's in English, again available, something that the people who have developed would only be happy if it would be serving as an inspiration for other people in the world. Another project from Italy, Apprendisti Ciceroni from Milan, developed by Fondazione Italiano, very important heritage organization in Italy. And what is the beauty of this program is that students are learning at school about cultural heritage science. And then they go to these sites and they are the proud young guides to whoever tourist is coming. Special days that young people are guiding visitors to these places. And this is such an extraordinary empowerment that they feel a sense of pride, that they're engaged, they don't know, but they're big enough, they can guide you, and it is really a wonderful method that can be developed by our colleagues from Italy. Young Archaeologists Club from the UK, again, it's something that is developed by the University of Cambridge. And in the meantime, many volunteers, many branches, 70 branches in the UK have been created. And what's also important is that many people working in the UK also going to study and got a job in that field, because heritage is also somewhere where your students could find their career, their professional career. It's not just it's beautiful to have, it's not just a nice hobby, it is also something that increasingly a number of professions, and then rewarding jobs and rewarding professions can be their future in regard to cultural heritage. And let me go just to two more. Norway, wonderful initiative, improve a heritage site. There, the children are learning on the site, and then they go and maintain themselves. They really put their hands, of course, see their activities, but then they feel that they're really starting into the heritage, and then with their hands, they are really participating in keeping it alive. And last but not least, Istanbul, Turkey, wonderful project for children from underprivileged areas with parents that perhaps would not have would not take them by themselves to visit the beautiful and discover the heritage, market, cultural, market, religious heritage in Istanbul. And then there are students in the universities who are teaching those children around and visiting this, and that's called culture ants. They are going into the city, they're discovering the thing, by walking through the city like a sort of cultural ants. It's a very proactive and very effective program.
So I think you're all dying for lunch or dinner, and I think I'm now going to come to my final point, which is going to be a sort of a festive one, because I would like to launch a challenge to you. And I'm doing that on behalf of our President, Maestro Placido Domingo, because we have created something, a very simple idea with him, and we have launched an All to Joy challenge. Because we wanted to try to connect everybody here, and I hope also all your schools with one single initiative, and a very simple one. And what is that initiative? The initiative All to Joy Challenge. So President Domingo says, please go and record your own interpretation of the Ode to Joy, the Ode to Europe, because as you know, Beethoven's Ode to Joy has become the European anthem. It can be one person, it can be a choir, it can be an orchestra, it can be a chamber orchestra, it can be a professional, it can be an amateur, it could be all your students, could be the one who would perform in their own way, in their own language, the Ode to Joy, and that in a heritage place that matters to them, from their surrounding. And because we believe that Europe is in fact a theme with variations. And this is sort of our way that we wanted to continue to European Europe cultural heritage. So we started it on the 9th of May this year, and it goes on until the 9th of May next year. So now I'm going to show you a video clip with some music, because you need music now at the end of my talk. And I hope that that is a compilation of the contributions that you already received. That's the reason for the idea about that. But she really hopes that many more contributions, and I hope that all your schools will come and connect with contribution to this challenge. So to end, before I end the music, once again, I will thank you for your invitation, thank you for your attention, thank you for what you are doing. You are doing that for Europe and for its future, and let's indeed make many more encounters between the past and the present for the future, because the young people that you are the teachers are not the future, they're the present, and we have to give them and empower them as much as possible. So.
Just little point that I want to pick up on is that indeed you're always a virtual project in itself. You said that this year is the year of mobilization, but I can tell you that the eTwinning community has made a lot of projects with virtual heritage, but they are always mobilized, not only this year. And yeah, no, you're always mobilized. Also talking about awards, you presented your awards. We have celebrate our own awards after the dinner, don't worry, after the dinner. And the latest point I want to say also, we do have the book, but which is a tangible book. But of course it will be online, but thank you for promoting it. And so please enjoy your dinner. You will enjoy also the prize ceremony that my little colleague will present. And the one thing I wanted to say, we are using headphones, so please bring it back to the registration desk. Thank you so much. Enjoy your dinner. Bon appétit.
It's not over yet. You're still here. After having a nice dinner, did you enjoy the dinner? Yes. Great. After having you met new and old friends, make new friends? Good? Great. So, I would ready to give a big applause to all the teachers who work together with their students, supported by headmasters, parents, the local communities to receive their individual award. A big applause. And this is a big honor to have an industry together with us. And tonight we have the opportunity to see 14 projects on different topics, from 16th century literature to migration and starting. We have here tonight 44 teachers who will come to stage, and they deserve a big applause for their work and motivation. And I have to say that, okay, as a former teacher myself, and eTwinner, and eTwinner, I have to tell you, I really know how hard all the teachers working in eTwinning with their students. They work really hard to do, always to plan their activities, to organize the project. And they work together with their partners to offer to their students all the skills and competencies they need for the future, such as creativity, collaboration, critical thinking, intercultural understanding. They although we are going especially to the word you, the leaders, actually, this you represent all the active eTwinner teachers who work hard and they are successful for eTwinning. But apart from that, the students, don't you think that they gain a lot? I was last April, I visited Greece for the prize ceremony, and I have to tell you, I was delighted to see 11-year-old students to welcome and say, to welcome and talk with the representatives from the European Commission without any hesitation, without any fear. You would understand that they knew the process really well, they had their own ideas, they had their views, and they actually supported very well. During the line meeting that they had with their partners for Italy, we could not feel the distance. We could only see two classes who worked in the best way and supported each other. You will agree that eTwinning is a community, which, by the way, we reached 600K teachers. Big applause for that. 600. I hope we will reach 1 million. Sure, I'm very pleased. And so, the way that tonight we are going to involve individual teachers. This recognition gives the opportunity to work with the community together and get new years. We will start with the 8 prize categories. And I have to tell you that this year we received 700 applications. 700 applications, and then the evaluation was done by 3 juries: the National Social Services, the European jury, and finally the Grand Jury, comprised of representatives from the European Commission and pedagogical experts. And it has to know, although I should mostly here know that, the evaluation focused on 6 main criteria: pedagogical innovation, curricular integration, communication, consent, collaboration, the use of technology, and the result, impact, and implementation that the project had. Tonight, although we already know the names, we will give the winners selection per 8 category. Then, we will continue with the special category prizes sponsored by national support services and other institutions. In some cases, in the slides here, you will see more names than the ones coming for states. Some people were here, were likely to be here, but they want to have their voice. And these colleagues will be in the slide that we will see there. Of course, they will also receive a trophy. So without further delay, let's listen open the prize ceremony 2018, starting with the categories. So, I'm going to invite on stage Cecilia from the European Commission, DG Education and Culture. So, Cecilia, before inviting the leaders that are expecting the prizes there, may I ask you a question? You have been in the jury, you've been part of the jury. Which was your impression of the applications you evaluated there? And we can just focus this one.
These applications are so impressive that as a jury member we wonder how can we be able to choose among all these projects. So my first reaction is, well, and it's an opportunity to say thank you to all, because I know we are going to be able tonight as the winner, but really all the projects that were presented were really outstanding. And I want also to extend the thanks to all the people, the experts, and the national support services and partner support agencies who prepared our work, because of course there are so many applications that we cannot handle them all, and you make our work a little bit easier, but not that easier, because in the very end, and you are also in the jury, and I see my colleagues over there who are also in the jury, it's always a hard choice, a heartbreaking choice, but in the end they're very happy to reward.
Okay, so time to see first the runner-ups of the 8th category 4011. So I would like to ask to join us on stage Luis, Magdalena, Isabella, and Anna with the project Take Care of Me, Take Care of You. So Take Care of Me, Take Care of You is also one of the most excruciating topics in schools. The students from 5 schools working in the national teams and creating a comic book on a specific topic. According to the jury, the project excels in a perfect and detailed planning and an extremely dedicated implementation, which also included a thorough evaluation by the teachers and a wide-ranging dissemination. regarding that, okay. I think we need another one, but don't worry, we have it. It's okay. We can So, and is it possible to have a microphone for the winners? Is it possible to have So, I'm trying to think why can you see any topic? So you're talking about bullying. Do you notice instances of bullying in your school? And what was the reaction of your students participating in that project?
First of all, I would like to say huge thank you for the prizes. Actually, me and the work on this project, it was our school decided that we would like to work on this topic. I got a very difficult class that year, very aggressive children, and I thought it may be a good topic to start working together. And when I started with my wonderful partners, it turned out that in other countries the problem is the same. So that's why we chose this topic.
Did you see the difference with your pupils after the project?
We all see the difference, yeah, that's a huge difference. They realize the problem, they know how to react right now, and they try to avoid problematic situations.
Okay. Lucy's from Warsaw. It's okay. It's not good. So, I would like now to discover the winning project, 11 years old. See if you can stay here. Imagine together for the world. I think that I don't need to say anything to watch the video, and you will fully agree that it was a really nice project. So, let's see the video.
Οι μαθητές μου συνεργάστηκαν στην Λύκο της από την ΑΕΛΑ για να δημιουργήσουν τη δική τους άποψη πάνω στο σχολικό ζήτημα. Τους ζητήθηκε να φανταστούν πως το έβλεπαν σε ένα δραμίδι και έπρεπε να βοηθήσουν τον δισηγητή της ιστορίας να αποφασίσει αν θα ανοίξει τις πύλες του και θα βοηθήσει τους ανθρώπους που ήταν έξω και ζήτησαν να φύγει. Il progetto nasce del board e intendeva far prendere coscienza ai nostri alunni del problema dei migranti e dei rifugiati. Allora, la scorsa settimana abbiamo letto il libro di giorni, ricordate? Dopo aver letto in classe il libro di giorni, abbiamo chiesto ai nostri alunni di continuare e di trovare un finale insieme. Ξεκίνησε η ιστορία, πρώτος μία παράγραφο και η μαθητές από την Ελλάδα συνέχισαν γράφοντας τη συνέχεια της παραγράφου. Όλο αυτό σε συνέχεια το ενώσαμε, το κάνουμε ένα ebook και το αναρτήσαμε στο business. Πώς πιστεύετε ότι νιώσαμε? È un po' fuori dalla bus, di castellare, che nella storia complessa con le scuole settimanali.
La Cina fanno questa di scuola, di biblioteca del programma, alla telegiornale nella nostra poesia di questo e hanno mostrato nella proposta concreta.
Allora, i ragazzi strutturale spirito di collaborazione, perché siamo riusciti a fare tantissimi lavori insieme. Abbiamo intitolato il nostro team che è molto maraculato, con la seconda che va bene che sia la nostra cervello. E lavorare sempre con un giorno maraculato, ma che non si inizia a sentire. E non solo i clinici maraculato che si lasciano, che non che non dovrebbero come studiare che metodismo serve più o poter recare ma quella ma che lei prima anche fanno senso. I pro sono tanti, però se proprio dovessi sceglierne un paio direi che sentirsi parte di una comunità di insegnanti e poter svilupparsi professionalmente oltre che umanamente è uno dei vantaggi. Dopo aver presentato in classe i diritti del mondo dell'infanzia, abbiamo coinvolto gli alunni in un'attività per creare dei poster con gruppi di nazionalità mista. Normalmente riusciamo a sviluppare il tema non dai cose che si qualche posto non è spiegato giusto, se si è successo una nuova cosa non chissà, che tanto che non si fa caso. E quando sempre siamo tempo siamo molto anche se scuola per il sistema. Ci sono direzioni da carriere che non possono di se stesso e che tutto che aveva una elettrica appunto ferma di tutto sul corpo. E quindi se un obiettivo che quando adesso vediamo antiche l'estremo molto che fanno dalla luce catastrofiche che si misura se questo per noi riuscire a farlo da queste visioni da fare una posizione che è molto visibile.
Ecco, Franca Teres descriverlo in un modo per cui la ci aspetto, ma il lavoro che ne resto, per non risultare non passi come si rimane se si sta pianificando. Ha cambiato un po' di idee con i cambi di presidenza, perché prima avevo un po' paura di loro, perché non li conoscevo molto bene, non sapevo che ma poi ho capito che sono persone come noi e che hanno bisogno solo tempo.
Secondo me eTwinning oggi è importante perché sviluppa un senso di appartenenza, di cittadinanza europea in un momento in cui i nazionalismi stanno sempre più prendendo piede in alcune parti d'Europa. Inoltre permette agli alunni di aprirsi a nuove esperienze, di conoscere nuove realtà sociali e quindi di formare i cittadini di quello d'Europa.
Italian and Greek, but as an ancient word would be 25 several languages we can come. I'm just talking that I will just give you briefly because they said really nice things in this video. So in this project, students actually were asked to imagine that the king from a faraway castle has to decide whether to give permission to a hundred people in need to get into his castle or not. Italian and Greco, two mascots from Italy and Greece, were appointed as key counselors and with the help of 10-year-old Italian and Greek students, completed a number of tasks. Students imagined they had a voice on the migration issue and were collaboratively expressed. The question was, will the king open the castle gates to the people that they asked for shelter? The answer from all, the answer to the kids, open the gates to the castle, open the gates of your hearts. What I actually want to remember is this song, that these two schools, they connected and they sang something that has a really big meaning for everyone. Take a chance, don't be scared to make a change. So congratulations. Okay. that Emanuela actually said. So in the video, you said that eTwinning develops a sense of belonging of European citizens in a time where nationalism is becoming more and more popular in some parts of Europe, and helps build the future citizens of Europe. What are the main benefits, skills that your students acquire by their participation in this project? Can you give us maybe an example, a reaction, a special thing that they said?
It is not easy to answer your question because my English is not so good, but I try. These projects open the heart and the mind of our children and permit Nina and I to become very friends. And I think students had the opportunity to understand what is prejudice, and I hope in the future they will be able to remember what they learned during this project. And I'm sure that will be good also for our future. I hope. It's a little seed in their heart.
So at this point, actually, I would like to share some news with you, some good news. As you know, we announced the European board levels 2 days ago, right? Do we have many European coordinators here in the room? Yes? Great. So next week we are going to open the application for the European Prize 2013. And what's the big news here? We're going to have a new age category. So this new age category will be for students up to 6 years old. And then the next category will be from 7 to 11 years old. And this is because pre-primary education is a big priority for the European Commission, and we would like to see kindergarteners compete with other kindergarteners. And okay, it's not because I used to be a kindergarten teacher, I have to say that, but I really believe what Robert Brookman said around 30 years ago. All I need to know, I learned in kindergarten. So I'm happy to So let's now move on our next category, students 12 to 15 years old. And I would like to invite Pio Zavala from Educational, Individual and Class Perspective Agency of the European Commission to say. Yes. So, let me ask you, what do you think is the added value in each project, in your opinion?
I think that they have a lot of added value, and I really think that since we are still teaching mainly subjects, we also need something that brings the subject knowledge together and realize information in practice. And if this is done in the kind of European context, with other schools, with other kids, with other students, with other schools in Europe, of course, it's an excellent opportunity to practice and expand those skills and competencies that we are able to know such a teaching. So, a lot of value.
Thank you very much. And I would like now to invite on stage our runner-ups in the age category 12-15. And if you see the names out of the box, hashtag eTwinning16, because actually it was a project that was registered in 2016 during our eTwinning weeks. So I'd like to invite Marco, Ilenia, Vanessa, Cristina, Marisa, and Barbara to join us on stage. So in this project, out of the box, students from 12 to 15 years old national groups and create collaborative stories and themes using different words and objects. So, Fabio. The sense of the project and the collaboration and communication among partners, students and teachers, as well as the revolutionary of the scientific, which is what I always said. We saw that in the project we organized many collaborative activities. Which do you think is the one that the students enjoy mostly and why?
I think they enjoy quite a few activities, but I would say that maybe the storyboarding and the actual making of the story and preparing the scenarios and recording the voices and actually making the films was what they liked the most. But they liked the people.
Thank you very much. May I ask some notice? Thank you. And the winner of the category 12 to 5 to 15 years old is the project ICT World, and I would like now to see the video so we can see what this project is about.
partenaires, aussi pays différents, et qui a pour but de représenter, de modéliser les mondes qui nous entourent avec les nouvelles technologies. Nous vivons clairement dans un monde numérique qui avance à grande vitesse dans cette direction, donc il me paraît important que les élèves puissent comprendre le fonctionnement de ce mode numérique et puis l'expérience.
Jokainen valitsee oman asiantuntemuksen mukaan jokainen asiantuntijat he ovat muille ohjelmamassa gratia ja sitten meidän gratissa tehdään maksamme ensimmäiseltä jalkapallopelistä ja tarkoittaa sieltä eteenpäin luetelta koodia ja eteenpäin ja niitä kun saada valmiin päätöstä rankkaista jatkaa sitten kolmannetta. So now this is the final year. Now all the goals were, or should were. And for the main part, the goals are to win. And then it's like having goals that we will look at the game, then teach you and show you how it works.
Le programme Scratch, les Finlandais nous ont envoyé et qu'on va compléter, c'est un jeu de foot. Et lui, vous avez.
Le fait de partager nos compétences avec les collègues et les pays partenaires, parce que chaque collègue finalement est spécialiste dans un domaine, enrichit énormément ses connaissances et permet à chacun de s'améliorer.
C'est important de parler avec les autres pour comprendre les nouvelles choses que eux connaissent et que nous ne connaissons pas.
I like learning groups because then you get like other people's opinions as well. None of us have like perfect English, so we kind of all learn at the same time. Hi, I'm Rita. I speak to all, and the basic thing that I have is I like replacing and I have
That's what I'm usually very silent, and I'm really like social person. I learn to speak to people more and learn more English words.
GeoGebra est un outil de géométrie dynamique.
On va faire un œuf avec GeoGebra. Okay. Votre objectif, c'est qu'en 30-35 minutes, l'œuf soit bien construit déjà et décoré le plus joliment possible. Ok? Allez-y.
Les élèves français ont travaillé sur la méthodologie de création d'un œuf avec GeoGebra et ils ont exposé cette méthode de création à leurs partenaires finlandais.
Tulevaisuudessa varmasti opinnoissa tarvitaan yhteistyötaitoja ja paremmoita taitoja. Ja samalla myös tulevassa työelämässä työelämä muuttuu koko ajan, niin tarvitaan samoja taitoja.
I learned some new skills in Scratch and SketchUp and other programs. When I'm going to study electrical engineering, I think it will help me a lot.
eTwinning aluksessa voi helposti eTwinning avaa helposti koko työkalun ilmainen ja siinä on helppo käyttää jotain helposti kommentteja.
And eTwinning teachers a lot more open-minded and a lot more teacher.
Les échanges avec les collègues étrangers ont fait évoluer les pratiques dans le sens plutôt bienveillant, d'autonomie pour les élèves et développement des soft skills que je ne pratiquais pas avant, mais que ces projets européens ont poussé à développer. Alors bien sûr, les élèves vont développer leurs compétences en informatique au travers des logiciels qui ont été utilisés, mais également, et c'est aussi important, travailler leurs soft skills, leur compétence à travailler de manière autonome, leur confiance en eux, leur compétence à travailler en groupe, à prendre des initiatives, à prendre des décisions.
And I would like to say to one person about between the collaboration here that Sigrid from France didn't come and he gave his place to Thomas, one of his colleagues who worked together with him in this project. So this is the collaborative spirit of eTwinning. So please, can you all join the stage? So in this project, actually, we have 6 countries working together in mixed nationality groups. This is real collaboration with nationality groups, let's keep that in mind. And creating games and green cards using GeoGebra and Scratch, right? Right. According to the jury, this project is based on medical smart needs and it's outstanding in terms of students' collaboration and communication. And in the video there, we saw that one of the students in the video, he said he was very silent and he considered himself unsocial. But during the project, he said that he really managed to communicate, collaborate, to do more things. Why do you think that the project work helped on that direction? What?
So maybe contrary to what people think that software ICT tools try to tend to isolate people. Sometimes it can be strictly the opposite. In the case of the test communities, in our projects, ICT tools like the one you mentioned are helping our students to spread, to open with the people, to develop the social and emotional skills that are nowadays being left unbelievable.
Thank you very much. May I ask some? So now, are you ready to go to the last 8 category, 16 to 19 years old? And I would like to invite on stage Michael Roach from the European Commission, the Education and Culture. Thank you, Michael. The presentation behavior actually notes, and you said that the new program is simpler, more accessible, inclusive. Don't you think that eTwinning already gathers all these characteristics that you said?
Absolutely. We just heard it. It's really fantastic what you see here teachers of the way you work together in the projects. And what you do with the students. I mean, how often does it happen to you that you decide you are something like fantastic teachers? I mean, some of you hear it every day, but you see it is happening more often for eTwinning. It's a debate. And as it is, we simply want to have more of this.
Thank you very much. So, I'm going to invite the runner-ups with the project. You are the mixer, tú eres el cuadro, for giving my Spanish language in Spanish. So, let us by Elia, Eva, Juan, Julia, and Julia on stage. I think that this project is really creative cultural heritage. It is based on the development technique. So students, they have to reenact, dramatize, or even interpret a painting found on today's reality. So they use these frozen living pictures that they photograph, they share with each other, they comment it, and they create many collaborative products like quizzes, games, competitions. So it was a really creative and very related to the year of cultural heritage program. So, while you are taking the prize, I don't speak, and nobody just look. They deserve an applause. And they did a really of the project, so all the three spaces are open. And my advice is to go and take a look at what they were doing there. I'm sure you get really great ideas that you can use in your project. So, the person to therapy, and it's very related, as I said, to cultural heritage. And it looks at actually the behavior students give the opportunity to express themselves, to express themselves in an artistic way, something that we don't see so in schools. It's really difficult. We have to go to curriculums, sometimes it's difficult. But we also saw that 3 partners actually took part in the move, plan, and move to visit Italy. How do we describe this opportunity? The opportunity that your students could meet each other face to face.
Good evening to all of you here. Once I took part in a survey asking about eTwinning and in what way we change things and improve eTwinning. And I remember writing that if only the partners could meet at the end of the project. So it happened. It happened with the Move to Learn competitions, and which gave us the opportunity to visit our partner schools. So 3 of us, we have here Eva School from Toledo. Her students visited in different countries individually, and then Urbana students are going to visit Rome in December, and the Greek school went to Madrid, where they met their Spanish partners. It was really a remarkable experience for them. I mean, I still remember the Spanish students, how they welcomed them and how they wanted to show them around their school, and the Greek students, how they were boasting and they felt as guests. I really wish it could be repeated. I don't know if it is very, but it was, I think, one of the special, unique opportunities that partner schools can experience through eTwinning.
And now we are going to the end of the 8 prize categories, and I'd like to show you the video of the winning project, National Parks International Treasure. So, let's see the video together. Today we are going to work with National Parks International Treasure. They are partners. They study flora, they study animals, they study geology, everything.
The main idea of the project was to showcase national parks, to learn about the national parks of our partners. Second of the land is an important part of every training project.
We make them feel easier that images and the contents on the internet have authors.
We should find out what the brain and the information is correct. Before this project, many students hadn't had much contact with other nationalities.
At the beginning, it was really unbelievable because we like skiing across all of Europe. It was really interesting that every child learned because we couldn't speak in our mother tongue, so they had to learn English.
We are all teenagers, and we like to sing movies,
they like football and so on. We also like sports.
Person from the Czech Republic. I play football. I play football too. This can be a start of a conversation.
It's when you teach in a normal lesson, the teacher is the protagonist. Okay? But in eTwinning projects, the student is the protagonist.
I like only to helping to overcome problems of the majority of it is done by students.
In project, you have to do the things on my own. And I have to do information. If I don't know something, I have to learn, and I have to make questions to my other mates.
In our class, you work always alone. And in class, you work in groups, you can use the computer, speaking English is always.
I think we also thought about how to advertise such a fund. And what makes a good advertisement? I think it's a good motto or something to start with that attracts the attention.
This is international treasure park. This is your opportunities. Our park has lots of things to do, and you can see lots of animals that you can see. I think it's awesome that we made such a thing like radio advertising in English.
Come with your night and see the farm.
It's a big place with a big diversity of animals. And sounds like nowadays I can speak with a person in Czech Republic or Poland or Italy. If he speaks English, I can speak with them.
At the beginning, I was quite shy, but then as the time went, we found out that there is nothing to be shy about.
I learned about students' lives in school, in other countries before, but no, I don't think we have similar experience.
eTwinning has made my students feel very happy because they feel like European citizens.
I think eTwinning is mainly about collaboration. It's about collaboration in class. It's about international collaboration.
Geographically, they are very far from Europe, but they feel that they are very near Europe.
Maria, Sonia, and Margotata. And I have to say, by seeing this video, sometimes I feel a bit jealous that I don't have my class to run eTwinning projects. So, the main subject of the project was focused on building and uniqueness of national parks of each country. And participants introduced plants, animals, particular features. And the most important, I think, is that at the end, you create a common international park. So, congratulations. We see from the videos that the students had a lot of fun working with their partners. It was really, they really enjoyed, although we were quite older students. What was the funniest moment of the project? What do you think that it was the best thing that you enjoyed? Fun working to share with us.
I think eTwinning project is always full of surprises for everyone. So you never know what's going to happen. And to me, the funniest part was another part because they constantly surprised me with their creativity, with how original their ideas are, and how I realized that I'm very old. And
Thank you very much. So, the category prize is not winning, but we have to win yet. I think you're okay, right? You have everything. Can I see your everything? So now we will report the set of prizes in 3 parts. We will start first with the language prizes. So the English language prize, French and Spanish. Then we will continue with the ones that are science and reading skills, Marie Curie and Peggy Gabor. And we will finish with the thematic ones, like the Mediterranean seasons and the Lana craft. So I'd like to invite now stage Owen from the British Council, Yanina from the International Association of French Teachers, and Carlos from the Spanish Ministry of Education to join me on stage. I didn't see you. I was waiting for you from the other side. It's okay. So we start alphabetically first. So alphabetically also is the English prize. And I'd like to invite on stage Gabriela. And Gabriela is the reading approach from you because she's on stage along the part which she can do the main. So I think I can get Gabriela. Why do you sponsor this prize? And why do you select Equal Europe to be the winner?
Good evening, everyone. Well, the British Council is the UK's international organisation for cultural relations and educational exchanges and opportunities. And what we do around the world is try to build friendly knowledge and understanding between people in the UK and people in the countries that we work. One of the main things we do around the world is teach the English language. But in the UK, we run programs in schools like eTwinning and Erasmus Plus that develop international dimensions of teaching and learning in the UK. So sponsoring this prize is really important to us because it aligns with those really key values of our organisation. And the reason we awarded this particular project is number one, because it was a truly wonderful project. It uses some phenomenal concepts like gamification. It really engaged students to collaborate truly in international teams. And we were so impressed by the innovative approach that we took to creating solidarity across international boundaries, to tackle the big issues that face the world today, things like materials and over-reliance on technology. It took every possible box. It was a truly wonderful project, and we're actually delighted to present it to you.
I think that no one said more or less what was the project about. Actually, it was about an ET. So his plan is almost a story that he uses Europe as an example in order to find the perfect place to live. So the students, which were surprisingly upper secondary education students, so you had all students, they had to complete different issues. And they were talking about the cultural readings, about co-housing, environment, dependence on technology. And what we find very interesting is that after every issue, we were asking the students to write in Padlet lessons learned, what they have learned from this activity. How this help you in planning the next activities? Did it help in any way that you had already your students discussing and talking about the national part?
Thank you very much. Unfortunately, I am not an English teacher because all of us are English teachers and I it's really hard to English.
Okay, don't worry, I can pick over most of other languages. So I think I'm not a teacher, you know. Thank you very much. And now I would like to invite to take the Friends Prize winners. We let the class begin to the most. Okay, so Lucia, Rafa, Cristina, Helen, you sponsor this prize every year. Would like to tell us why do that and why it's something was really amazing.
Je vais parler français. Vous allez pouvoir entendre à la fin de soirée la langue française de cette scène. C'est le 10e anniversaire maintenant, donc depuis 10 ans, le prix spécial est sponsorisé par la Fédération internationale des commissaires de France et le Bureau national France. Je suis ravie que pour ce 10e anniversaire, nous avons un excellent projet qui a mobilisé plus de 300 élèves plus de 21 enseignants et 6 pays, et que vous êtes tous là, ou presque tous là, et ça me ravit. Et c'est vraiment le thème qui est très lié au thème de notre conférence, parce que c'est un projet dont l'objectif principal est la création d'un roman épistolaire basé sur la lecture des élèves des lettres persanes. Mais je pense que les gagnants pourront dire un peu plus sur ce projet que moi. Je vais évaluer, je vais apprécier énormément et je vous en remercie beaucoup.
So this project is started with the first 3 letters of Modestin to finally write their own creative novel, right? This is what it is. So, as we are finished, I would be, once we reach with this project, it involved a 15 number of students. And how do you manage to organize and work collaboratively? Because there's really a lot of students participate in the program.
As an experience that I never forget, the collaboration between parents, artists, the students. I don't know how this happens, but the project, the topic of the project, interested very much all of the students. I don't know, but the students were excited by the activities of creation of characters, and we were surprised by the number of creations of characters. My English is not very good, but we do not know how to manage the number of creations. They started writing letters in the writing stopped Juin.
pardon d'arrêter de télé portugais. Voilà. C'est...
Question. So, how big number this project and in course this solution make our work more easy. Thank you.
And may I ask now the leaders of the science prize and the comic art to join us to speak. So, Carlos, my dear Camilo says, you sponsor these prize many years now. Why do you sponsor these prize and why the comic art was selected the awarded project?
This is very, very important question. It's possible from the Service Ministry of Education. We are very happy to be here in this position. We are almost something else. This project is called it is human anatomy and art, the creation of real and virtual views and working on different sectors with things of students, so for us it's an excellent event. Congratulations. Enhorabuena y felicidades a vuestros alumnos y a los chicos. Gracias.
So this project, we had students from 13 to 17 years old. And as Carlos said, it worked on the anatomy of human body, but with help of arts like dramatization, music, and drawing. And I would like to ask, how do you do that? I mean, how do you manage to combine biology, arts? Can you give us an example, maybe?
Thank you for the prize, Mr. Rogers. So, police are a science teacher. I am the biologist. I am the straight thing of the group. So, we try to make something together because we think that humanities and science could be together, not separated as usual. So, the students think the same. And we think that art was the beginning of the anatomy because humans are science. There were different pictures of anatomy and there were artists. So science, art, and humanities are together.
Creative, as a teacher, to have creative students. I want to say that actually turn our classroom and our expertise, our lab. So that we are so proud to be here. Thank you. Gracias. Shukran.
Thank you very much. And now that we don't call it like science, I think that it's time to go to the Marisca Rosca Green Prize and the Lady of Piano. So I'd like to invite on stage Professor Paweł Kostek, and also the prize will be given by the Deputy Minister of Education in Poland, and together with, I'd like to invite also Jan Stasio from the Bulgarian National Support Service for the next prize. And I have the officer on stage. And the winner is already here. And I would like to ask you, why sponsor this prize and why you selected these projects in this space to be the winner?
First of all, we are very thankful that Mr. Mitchell is prize. The answer is very simple. So, the prize takes the name after a very famous scientist. So I would like to tell you a few words about her. So at the beginning of the 20th century, so within over 100 years, she got 2 Nobel Prizes. Very few people remember about this. She got a Nobel Prize in physics and the other one in chemistry. So as I said, it was over 100 years ago, so it's very difficult for women to have such achievements. And first of all, we are very interested in promoting STEM subjects, and she was a very good example. If we think about interdisciplinary approach, she's a very good example. And then when we started reading the titles of the projects, the title of the project is Life in Space. So we thought that for sure they successfully survived being together in space. So for sure they will survive in outer space. But to put the jokes aside, as I said, interdisciplinary approach is the thing that we want to reward, and the project fulfills all this criteria. So that's why our work was how to survive in space. And I think I don't remember if it was a year ago or 2 years ago. We also rewarded the project in space, and I said something which still holds. So if you are trying to reach the stars, first of all, you are the stars. Congratulations.
This project involves students for 15 years of practice, and it basically is covering different aspects of space education in English, like the fact that astronauts are more likely to develop osteoporosis than others. Did you know? I didn't. So, all the things and all the experiments you did, living in space is possible, can we survive there? But you students discovered.
The discovered that can survive consumer suffer, and it's also especially if you think about production will be in space for a very long time, and so your muscles are
Thank you very much. And now, from science, we move to real skills, and we go to the next prize, which is on the next slide. Yes, and the other prize. And I really tried that I asked many Spanish colleagues to help me with the project. Palabras actuales, un calendario lleno de vidas. So, Catherine, you sponsor this prize. Why you sponsor this prize? And why, don't make me say the title, this program? Okay, why it's so nice?
A few words from our minister, who I sponsored the prize. This topic of being promotion, feeling, and literacy is critical for our parents. To be honest, in Bulgaria, we have a national strategy that is actually promoting literacy and reading, and that's why we have been thinking this prize for several years. We managed to start as last process in 2016, so we've been doing 2 years out of the year. The name of the prize is very well. You can also check this is very
one of the most, I would say, prominent located words, but in the end, is one of the symbols of Bulgarian literature. However, this project is not about Bulgarian literature, it's more meaning, and actually, it's actually seen as one of the projects that are reading, interesting, and nice that teaching pieces. But what impressed us most was that they were always represented from outside, countries outside of Europe, not only from Europe but outside of Europe. Latin America,
Ja, so wie viele AD.
So, this project, as just said already, we were working from Italy and Spain, and we had the opportunity to comprehend and analyze different kinds of literature from various origins. The language was expanded, and the age was from 3 to 20 years old. 3 to 20. How did the students of such an age manage to work together? I'm really curious.
Yeah, I think that this project really succeeded in putting together such different ages. It was, I don't say it was easy, but it was possible because each group of children or pupils or students worked on a project granted with context. So the idea was to foster literature in a wider, most wide way. So the little children worked on drawings or illustrating poetry, and older students worked on analyzing texts and things like that. But we managed to put all together and to create products that all where they could discuss this work collaboratively.
Thank you very much. And now we go to the last part of our prize ceremony. And we're going to call the prizes related to the presidency, citizenship, Medlana with the cultural understanding. So I'd like to invite Giacomo from the Italian National Support Service, Elizabeth from National Support Service, and Hakan from the Turkish Ministry of National Education, who joined me on stage. And I would like to start with the Mediterranean Prize. It's actually a prize sponsored not only from Italy, but from Albania, Cyprus, Greece, France, Croatia, Italy, Portugal, and Spain. And I would like to invite the winners of the project, the speakers, and the speakers, Teleco, to join us on stage. Andres and Laura. I'm Christian Laura. I'm sorry, this is not anything. I mean, come on. I came here and you don't give me sit that experience. So, Giacomo, why do you sponsor the Mediterranean Prize?
Okay, so let's say that some years ago, with this group that you mentioned of the Mediterranean countries eTwinning, we decided to start a regional network for the Mediterranean countries because we wanted to bring inside eTwinning these deep connections that we have between our countries. Regional connections, historical, cultural connections. So it was natural for us then thinking about the prize, the Mediterranean prize, which is a prize open to all age categories and to all countries. It's not just a prize for Mediterranean countries and schools and teachers, but it's for industry projects that are related to Mediterranean topics. So that's why we decided to sponsor this prize. And why this project? So because speakers was Niños de Alepo, it's a really interesting project, first of all. It analyzes, the students in this project analyzed different kinds of Picaresque models from the 16th century. But the important thing to mention about this project is that students managed to make connection between the 16th century to the situation of this of children, Syrian children, refugees. So that's the important thing for us is a project that can raise social consciousness of students.
Giacomo already said about speakers, but who are speakers, and why these speakers are connected with Indians.
Speaker is a figure in Spanish literature, and he was a poor boy who used to live in the streets without family, without home, and we tried to make our youth aware about the situation of refugees, children refugees, nowadays. Starting with the analysis of the peoples in the 16th century in Spain, also because refugee children nowadays are without family and without country. So I think this was our aim.
Thank you very much. So, now we go to the next prize, which is citizenship. We have Unfortunately, the winners of the citizenship prize, Isabel one couldn't make it. This is sometimes, yes. So I will ask Miriam to take the prize of the for one of the project La Sveglia Digitale. Yes, okay. And I suppose Elizabeth will also take the prize. So, this will tell me why you sponsor the citizenship prize and why you selected Let's Say to be the winner.
Well, the Citizenship Prize actually began in 2014 as a history and memory prize co-sponsored by France and Germany for the anniversary of World War I. And we decided to pursue our cooperation and to expand the theme to more than the Citizenship Prize. To allow for and continued collaboration. And this particular project is quite interesting because it is all about digitalization, recognizing and working on the 5 digital competencies through 5 different project activities.
artificial concern. It's really interesting. I will take it.
But nonetheless, the nowadays, just like you mentioned, there is a lot of principles of democracy, which is just to be implemented. And therefore, it seems very important for us. The French issue is the also this German issue is the excellence to honor these corporations. That's really important. All the consequences, which is other strong efforts for understanding that we're coming from this group. So that's why I try to continue this class. And we are very happy that we have a primary student that is empowered to start teaching these European relevance and so congratulations to
I'm also there. Thank you for attending the stream. Congratulations, guys. Thank you very information, communication, communication, theory, and problem solving, and they did all that for virtual games. So it was really interesting and nice project. Thank you very much. To the end for a prize ceremony, we have last prize, another prize for the virtual understanding in the project The Offspring of State Techniques. Made by the winners of the project number 6. Yes. So, I am coming on stage. A big applause. Please try. And why the project launch is the same language as we want to play.
Thank you very much for being here. Actually, this is the last prize today, tonight. And may I have your attention, please, here. And after this, we are going to go back to next. Actually, this prize is one of the most meaningful prizes we do, because understanding, the classroom understanding, means a lot to each of us, all of us. Actually, we have been promoting, we have been sponsoring this prize from 2011, and it's the 6th year of this prize. It doesn't matter how great the academic success, how great the ICT skills, how great the science skills of our students, it doesn't matter how great our kids. Unless the teachers or the students have intellectual understanding skills, there are two things. They have to have academic skills and also have some soft skills, some values, and also have some certain set of values, including intercultural understanding. So we started to sponsor the prize, and especially the project had 29 partners and good collaboration with these partners, and the name is really interesting and good expresses the work in the project. We all speak the same language. Sometimes we speak the same language but don't understand each other well. We need to feel, we need to say feelings, we need to say feelings, we need to understand it. So Mandela was a man, was a philosopher first, who devoted his life to real love. If we love each other, we can understand each other. If we understand each other, we will have a great future, we will have a bright future. Thank you very much indeed for your collaboration.
Okay, so in this project, they were students that were 10 and 13 years old, and they discussed a variety of topics, from their hobbies, free safety issues. And who's going to answer the question? As Rodrigo and Fernandez, okay, I think you. And I would like to ask, from all these activities, which is the one that we join more? Mostly.
Good evening. As you can see in our project, there are many partners from different countries, from all countries, and there were many activities which were meant to gain the online magazine idea. And pupils worked in multinational teams. It was a difficult job, but we managed to understand each other well. And one of the most interesting activities for pupils was live conferences, for which we had many. And also we made online dictionaries with our different languages. We exchanged cocktails, we did different activities with those. We made travel guides where we traveled to different countries, and many other activities which we did collaborative work with.
Okay, and I would like to add something to the whole tales that we shared in this project. I think was one of the best activities that we did, because the students learned about cultural issues that other countries have, and as we can see, we were so many countries, and one was very interesting. Thank you very much. The conference is coming to the end. I really hope we get inspired. You should maybe some partners for your next project. I mean, it's the best way to support people. So after that, we know the winners, because that's all and I work with you in the project next year. You see what they like. It's the best way to find new partners here. And many ideas for activities that you may implement in your next project. Of course, tomorrow you will have the opportunity to network more, to learn, to get more new ideas. We have lots of workshops on different topics, many on cultural heritage, because we all know we celebrate the European Year of Cultural Heritage. So I would like to thank you, to wish you a good night, get rest,